And we are back live, and we have just finished the first block here, or the first lunchtime, pre-lunchtime block here at the Texas Marching Classic here at the Kelly Reeves Athletic Complex. We are going to do a few different things here. I'm walking around. I know you can probably see things. We're going to have an interview portion. We are going to give you a little recap of some of the things we've seen already today. Oh my gosh, and I think we have our first guest. He's coming over here straight out of Leander High School. He looks ready. Oh, you want to have a seat?
Sure.
All right, you can have a seat right there. There's a microphone over there for you. Oh my gosh, why don't you pull the microphone out? Why is the whole band back here for you? The whole band. Should we wait for the entire band?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Well, wow. Your dad just asked me when you're going live. We are live right now.
There you go.
Oh yeah, like we're definitely live. All right. Well, why don't you tell everyone who you are? Just whatever. Go for it.
What's good, everybody?
Oh my God. Yo, it's your boy Aiden.
Yeah, my name is Aiden Spicer. I'm the trumpet captain and band president of the great Leander High School Band, and I'm so glad to be here.
The Leander Lion Marching Band, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and you're a grade. What grade again?
I'm a senior.
And you played trumpet?
I play trumpet.
That's right, and he's a senior, right? Awesome. Wow, look at all that. So you're only in frame between these poles, by the way. Just letting you know. There's a bunch of spots over here. Wow. Insane. All right, so there was a band mom. I can't find her. I told her I was interviewing you, and she goes, "Oh, he's such a rock star with his bleeding nose. Can you explain about this nosebleed?" I have no idea what it was.
So yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Did a guard rifle hit you?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, get into it.
It was the end of part 1 BOA Austin finals, and I finished the last note of my solo, and then I noticed something was coming out of my nose a little bit. I was like, "What's that?" I put my glove up. I come back, and it's red. And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I'm glad it's red and not green.
Yeah, of course. And then I start marching the show, and before I step on the part 2, blood just starts coming down. So my first instinct reaction was, "Oh, I'm gonna march it," and so I just marched like this so it wouldn't come out of my. Yeah, it was bad. And then okay, so don't do that because then it goes down your throat. I wasn't thinking. And then it got to part 2. I was like, I can't do this. So I just fluttered off into under the prop, and then it just went everywhere. And then part 3, I got up and I was like, oh, this is gonna be fine. I think it stopped, and then it just kept going.
Did blood come out of your trumpet like a cartoon?
No, that would have been funny.
That would have been funny. You could have made a whole thing out of that. All right, so I sent you, but true. In the interest of full disclosure, he has these questions early here, so you can prepare for them. I need to pull them up here on here. Yes. Well, how'd you feel about your show while I'm pulling up today's run?
Oh, it was the best prelims run we've ever had.
The best.
They
ever?
They can agree. They can all agree.
Wow, you were kidding. They're all the way back.
I can't hear anymore.
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot. That's a tall band. All right. So I'd like you to tell me.
Yeah.
I think that's my goal.
All right. Tell everyone your favorite Leander ISD band show ever that is not by Leander High School.
Easily, Vandergrift High School 2013.
What is the name of that show?
Midnight's Beauty.
Midnight's Beauty.
I think.
And your dad was the band director.
He was the band. It was the last year. He was the head band director.
Last year, best year, because it was his last year. Anyway, whatever. All right. Now I'd like you to tell me your favorite Texas band show ever that is not by a Leander ISD school.
So, this is complicated.
Is it?
A little
it's
bit.
A big state.
It is a big state.
Let me guess. It's a Hondo marching band show, 1994.
Correct.
1994. Mike Howard, Hondo Owls. Go Owls. No, anyway, what's your favorite non-Leander ISD Texas band show?
The response that I think everyone would expect is obviously I'm a big fan of Hebron 2021.
That's a good show.
But
my
favorite band, just kind of ever in general, is easily the Woodlands.
Oh, all right. Oh, one person clapping. Good for you. All right, so what's the show? Do you have a show?
I don't have a specific
So that's
Woodlands
just your
show.
favorite band?
Yes, because they're always so cool.
I see. Okay. Favorite band show ever not by a Texas school?
Oh, gosh.
You've had time to prepare for these.
Oh. So, 2 years ago,
Yes.
Grenats,
All right.
William Mason.
Willie B. Mason. What's the name of that show? Do you remember?
I do not, but here's why I like it. Because It was the most beautiful set design I had ever seen in my entire life.
Oh, my gosh. All right.
Like,
Was it the Top Gun show? Mr. Howard's favorite movie ever, Top Gun?
Oh, he's on his phone.
Yeah, they called it Top Gun. It was fine. It was fine. All right. Now, this question, you won't. Not everyone gets this question, but most of the parents, your dad,
Right.
your mom,
Right.
the Howards,
Yep.
me,
Yep.
the Eloriagas, we all went to college together. We
Right.
all hung out together. We know things about each other that maybe y'all don't know about your parents.
Okay.
That means that the kids have been hanging out with each other. You've hung out with Jason probably since birth.
Yep.
I've seen pictures of y'all as little kids. Y'all made a video for me. I think y'all were 12,
Yep.
maybe 8 or 9. Not really
Sixth
sure.
grade.
So what is it like to be friends with these guys and girls for so long, and then on Fridays and Saturdays or Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, depending, you have to go then compete against them? What's that like for y'all?
You know, it's a great feeling because we're all. It just proves that, like, especially within Leander ISD, our bands like each other, and we.
Keep going. I'm just looking around at all the faces.
No, yeah. So, one of the things that I think we all pride in Leander ISD is how, whenever two Leander ISD bands walk past each other, we're always super supportive, and we're always like, good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck. I think that's super important. It's definitely interesting, especially because all of my family is involved in the band world.
It's true.
But
It's true.
I think it's great that we all are, especially with a bunch of my friends from other schools, like, we all hang out and then we all come to the same competitions and then we just lock in, do our thing, and then come after and we get to talk about it. So I think it's really awesome.
With Lion Pride? I don't know. Y'all don't do that?
Roll Pride?
Okay, whatever. Who's your favorite trumpet player of all time?
Wynton Marsalis.
Wynton Marsalis? All right, that's cool. That's fine. In the age of college sports right now, there is something called name, image, and likeness, the NIL. If for some reason someone decided to sponsor you as their official NIL bandthlete, what brand or whatever do you think you would like to be the spokesperson for?
So I did research on this. So
Oh.
I would choose, and you would like this because we're about
Oh my God, go for it.
we're
Please
about
tell
to
me.
we're about to talk about shoes.
We are.
So I am going to go with Nike.
Oh.
And here's what's gonna happen.
Oh,
so
wait, tell us.
I want to be a band director, right? So what we need, I'm sorry, I'm about to say some stuff.
Cut, we're done.
Marching shoes,
Yes.
They
I'm
don't-
right there with you.
they don't cut it anymore.
They never
don't.
did.
So my thing is, and I just fumbled. What was the name of the shoe?
Boo.
Oh, it's right here. It's right here. It's right here.
Boo this man.
So I would choose Nike
To
to become a spokesperson to make the Nike Tengen the industry standard
Oh.
marching shoe because it
Wow.
provides support.
Okay.
The marching arts are changing.
this
We're doing a
Nike.
lot more. We're doing a lot more choreo nowadays.
True. It's
We
true.
have Peter Beckhart makes our choreo, and it's
True.
hard. And these shoes, it's just not cutting it anymore.
Oh, well, speaking of the shoes that aren't cutting it, so that shoe company may not want to use this next part. Please describe in excruciating detail the shoes you have on your feet right now.
So,
And you can show them to the camera, too.
okay, might as well. So, I have
Oh.
on the DSI,
Yeah.
the DSI marching standard shoes.
Yeah. They look like it.
Yeah, and there's not really much about it. They're good because they're simplistic, and
Yeah.
that's about where it stops. But they're not bad. They look great with our uniform.
They excel at giving you cramps.
It's nothing. It's
Okay. DSI,
hey.
please don't use this. We're going to cut on that. They're not a sponsor. Nike should sponsor this.
Nike should sponsor us.
Um,
No hard feelings, but
Yeah.
we definitely.
It's fine. It's fine. I've got 60K on my ShoeTube channel, so maybe Nike will see that and give you a shoe deal. We'll
Okay.
see. I don't know. What size? You still wear a size 9?
I do.
A man's 9, which is what I wear. And
Okay.
Aiden gets to share in all of the shoes that I don't want anymore. I should send you some more, better than that. Awesome. Well, do you have anything in conclusion that you would like to share with the audience or your fans? I'm assuming y'all are fans.
I want to say to all the people out there, especially in all the bands,
Oh.
all the people who are in middle school thinking about doing band, you can do band. Whether you're in football, whether you're in athletics, it does not matter. You can do band. Band is great. Band is life. And you don't have to be you don't want You don't have to want to be a music major to like really take band seriously. Just band is a great thing. Do band, keep doing it. And since the whole band's here, we're gonna do big 3 for the. All right. Excel through, lead with, unify through, big 3. Yeah!
Yay! Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you tonight, probably. Oh my gosh! Go and if you want to meet Aiden Spicer, he will be at Grand Nationals in Indianapolis, Indiana. He looks like that.
Look like that.
Yes. He'll be wearing some nice shoes. Oh my gosh, that's so much fun. Oh, is that Michael J. Howard, Fine Arts Coordinator for Leanne? Come on over here, Mr. Howard. Oh my gosh. Another local of the Hondo Owls circa early 90s. Here, have a seat, Mr. Howard.
How you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing well. I'm doing
It's
well.
good to see you.
Hey, what was this like for you seeing? Oh, you have a fan.
Here we go.
What's it like for to see this Leander band Pride for one of their own?
It's fantastic. They had a great run today.
Yeah.
Shades coming
That's
alive.
right.
Perfect day for some shades.
There's not a cloud in the
you
sky.
know what I mean? Nobody was throwing shade. You know what I mean?
Oh, that was
only
that was pretty good.
good beats and good chords. It was good.
That's right. That's what we
right.
like to hear. That's fantastic. Hey, so this is second or third year removed from you teaching?
This is my third. I'm starting
Third
my
year.
into my third year.
Do you miss it? Do you miss being out all out here?
Absolutely, every day, every day. Most
Every
parts
d-
of it. Maybe not the pep rallies, but the rest.
Right,
It's
or
great.
the meetings.
Yeah.
But you get to be a fan of every band.
Yes.
I mean, you were already a fan because our friends teach all these bands, but you truly get to not
Yeah,
worry about if a band beats your band or whatever.
I get to spend time with all 6 of our bands, and that's a fantastic experience
Yeah.
to be part of a small part of everybody's process.
For sure.
And getting to work with a lot of students.
Yeah.
Covering a large geographic area from Austin all the way almost to Liberty Hill.
That's true,
So
because Vandergrift
it's a big-
is
it's a
in
big
Austin
district.
proper.
Yeah.
That's right. It is a big district.
It is, you know.
Earlier this morning, we said that this might be the hardest non-super regional Grand National State Marching Contest show, maybe harder than some of the other stuff. There's going to be some great bands that don't make finals.
Yeah, it's a great show. You know, the folks from Cedar Ridge have been doing this show for a long time. They've always committed to having great panels.
Yep.
They reach out and try and get great bands here. They really want this to be a world-class event. And it really has. We even got the inclusion of General Effect
Can you?
Media
This is the
this
first
year,
ever
so,
SHOWDAY live.
know,
We did this
SHOWDAY
at
live.
Texas Marching Classic. Look at that.
Is it going to be a trend? That's what I want to know. Is it going to catch on?
You can contact us, and we'll come to your show. We're local. We'll have to bring Kevin Grubbs with us. He made the magic happen here
Okay.
at Cedar Ridge.
Okay.
He's our promoter, our manager now. So we mentioned the Hondo Owls.
Hondo Owls.
And
Go Owls.
I'm a Crockett Cougar, and we went to
Yeah, you
school
are.
in a very different time.
Yes.
What is it
Called
like?
the 90s.
Yes, called the 90s. We didn't march faster than 140,
right.
maybe.
Maybe.
I see all this stuff year after year, and it boggles my mind what we're asking 14 to 17-year-old kids, and
it
you
really
have to
does.
teach them, and like it's insane.
It's amazing. You know, I would say it is. If you're looking for a reason to have hope in the world, look at marching band.
Yeah, yeah.
It's amazing what we get 14 and 15 and 16 and 17-year-olds to do. It is drastically increased in difficulty in the last 20 years, or the last 30 years in our case. And what we're asking them to do and what they're achieving is amazing. And what they'll do all the way, you know, it's a long season this year, whether you're going to
Yeah.
Grand Nationals this year or you're ending at the 6A State Marching Contest. I mean, everybody's going to the middle of November. So, you know, I'm watching our groups, our 6 groups from Leander. I've seen all of them so far today.
Yeah.
Just have Vandergrift left to go. Go Vipers.
Go Vipers.
And, you know, thinking about where they are now and what they're going to be able to do a month from now is
Oh my gosh.
is pretty impressive. But it's some pretty amazing groups.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, this wouldn't be an interview with me if I didn't ask you the most important question.
Okay, I'm ready.
I would like you to tell everyone, you can show them the shoes you're wearing on your feet right now, Mr. Howard.
Okay, I am. Hold on, because last time I did an interview with you, you busted on me for not knowing
What the name of your shoe
what
is?
the name of my shoe is. But it's right here. It's a Nike.
It is.
I'll take it
It
off.
looks like a blazer low. I could be mistaken.
Yep, it is a. This is embarrassing.
It is.
Why
It
you do
really
this to
is.
me?
You had to know.
I've known you for a long time.
Yes, that's
you
right,
still
he
find
has.
ways to embarrass me. It's this Nike. It's retro, and it looks good.
You know what? The kids like to cook their shoes, and you fit right in.
All shoes I wear are approved by Amber Howard, who's watching over there.
Amber Howard of
have to-
A-Leaf? A-Leaf?
Aldine.
Aldine. I'm sorry.
MacArthur, go Rebels.
Oh, go Rebs? Wait, are they still the Rebels?
They still-
Generals.
Generals. Sorry. My bad. Yeah, that's bad.
Oh, boy. Well, it's a good thing it's
Leave it
not
there.
live. That's fantastic. Oh, man.
Well,
this was exciting.
This is exciting. It's gonna be a good. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be an exciting night tonight.
We're like only.
It's gonna be great bands. Yeah, there's been a stacked block of bands. I'm not just saying that because it's been a lot of Leander bands, but it's been a lot of good bands this morning.
Yeah, we went over the stats of the 23 bands plus Cedar Ridge, I guess, because who doesn't compete?
Because we'll see them tonight
I think
before
20
prelims.
of them have all made BOA finals.
Wow, in San Antonio or finals
no,
at an
finals
event?
at a regional, and then there's like 16 or 17 have made super regional finals.
Wow.
Like, yeah, and then of course we have class champions, grand national champions, super regional. Like it's.
So we would say statistically,
I'll say it
this is probably
Maybe
the
not
heaviest event until we get to the super regional in San Antonio.
I would not disagree with you.
You know,
because there'll be 2 to 3 bands that don't make finals here, that could win a regional or a show.
or that
somewhere
have
else.
made finals already.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, that's
So-
it. And we've only had one group here. I think that's never. This is their first time. Waco Midway, their first
Very
contest
cool.
ever. But everyone else has done something that has some. They've made finals or they've won awards. They've done like you're right, like top to bottom.
It's a big day.
It's huge.
It's a big day.
It's
I wish
huge.
it was a little cooler, but that's all right.
It's true. If we had a little cloud cover, that would be great.
It'll be nice
If
tonight.
if we get fall weather like the rest of the country does.
Next week, that's supposed to be our moment. That's
Just in time-
Wednesday.
Just in
in time for the UIL process to start.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
what?
On comes
'Cause
the
we've
fall
been,
weather.
We've been tuning to hot weather.
That's right.
And then instantly it's going to get
That's
cold.
right. So we'll start to play more in tune. Don't you worry.
I'll just one more question, and this is going to be good for you.
All right, I'm ready.
How good are the Cowboys doing this year?
You know, we're what I like to call 500. This could be our year. It could be our year. Probably won't be. It probably won't be.
The shirts write themselves. It's our year.
We could be.
But they seem to be doing pretty well. Am I wrong?
It's a good mediocre.
They won last
you know
week,
what I mean?
didn't they? On the Thursday
They
night
did.
game?
It was ugly.
But they won.
But it was a win.
They got the dub.
They got the
as
dub.
they said.
Yeah, they got beat handedly 2 times in a row, and then they've had 2 ugly wins.
All right.
So
they are 500.
They are 500. Correct.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they are not winners, but they are not losers.
It's
They're in
important.
that spot
It's
right
important.
in between.
You know, I don't pull for the Cowboys, but I pull for you. I know,
And
how
I appreciate it.
Your profile picture is the Dallas Cowboys star.
And
on my
I'm
phone.
glad that you're not bringing up the fantasy football.
I was going to ask, how are you doing?
I've had good weeks and bad weeks, but
the
it's too
Cowboys.
soon to know. I'm still in the elite league and have not been relegated. So
he's in the A league.
I'm doing okay.
Awesome, Mike Howard. Thank you so much.
Always a
for
pleasure,
stopping
my
by.
friend. Always a
Yes,
pleasure.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Don't forget your shoes.
Your shoes are better looking.
They
than
are.
mine,
Well, they
so.
have to be. They have to be. I appreciate you.
Cheers.
Mike Howard, everybody. Amber, clap for your husband. Yeah. Yeah, man, fantastic. 30 minutes went real quick. We still got another 20 or so to talk a little bit about what we saw today. Matt, do you want to come up and talk about what we saw today as well? That might be fun. We have all these little bits and pieces that our statistician, our analyst, Aaron Blakely, had found for us. And we were just talking about this with Mike Howard, just how stacked this is. To give you an idea of how these bands that have performed thus far, we're only halfway through. We have 5A Area H finalists. We have 6A state qualifiers, 5A state qualifiers, 6A area finalists, state finalists. We have the 5A state silver medalist, that was Rouse, that just played, in addition to all the BOA accolades that these bands have done. You've been watching from the press box. I was right there alongside with you. Give us some thoughts, some overview. Just take it away, Matt.
I mean, there's just so many fantastic programs. It's so hard to narrow this field down, and some of these bands that are putting on amazing shows. You were talking about it with Mike. We're not going to see them tonight, and that's a little heartbreaking. Like, how many shows here do you not want to see again? They're so fantastic.
Sure. Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see how things go. I mean, you got to shout out Vista Ridge's musicality. Just a stunningly great program. I mean, they've sounded great for how long, and that's continuing even with a little bit of fluctuation in directorship. So seeing or being able to, like our host Cedar Ridge, seeing a program that has had to deal with a little bit of fluctuation there and still consistently produce such an amazing production, like you gotta have a lot of respect for that.
Yeah. Cedar Ridge, a program that has never made finals at this show, but yet always plays first in the finals run. It's how do they do that?
I don't know. It's really interesting seeing how that happens. We might have to talk to a couple people, see if there's a conspiracy going on.
There might be. That might be. Now, of these groups that we saw, and you'll have to fill me in, Vista Ridge, Grand National finalist,
Absolutely.
right? Bowie, Grand National finalist.
A few times, yeah.
Hendrickson, semifinalist or finalist?
Train Laps.
Train Laps, they were a finalist.
They were finalists.
Round Rock, finalist.
Oh, we have to talk about Elemental Evolution for a moment.
All right,
we're gonna remember some band shows.
What year was that?
That 2013 production was 2013, just so fantastic.
A year before what happened, Matt?
A year before, a little known band called Flower Mound ended up taking on the stage in Grand National Finals in 2014, and maybe a group from Florida took the dub overall.
You would say it was a man versus machine, maybe, right?
Maybe
All right,
that.
All right. So tell us about Elemental Evolution.
Oh,
Round Rock High School.
Just one of the fantastic productions. I mean, they came out. I believe it was their first time at Grand Nationals, and
absolutely.
they do fourth place. I mean, Colors of the Wind was just an unforgettable ballad. So,
oh yeah, it was great.
It's one that I will go back and listen to more often than I'd like to admit. But they've been such a consistently excellent program for so many years. I mean, I think they've missed Grand National Finals once in their time going, but then they were able to come right back and make it happen again. Like so many of these programs are just fantastic top to bottom.
And we haven't got Leander, who we saw. They're a Grand National finalist. They're returning this year. Dripping Springs, a semifinalist.
I believe so. They were semifinalists last year.
They were like 2 or 3 out. They were in that block of
with
Texas.
CTJ and hanging out there.
Yeah.
So so many great programs. It's so hard to fit all of them in that 12 seat.
And then we wrapped up with future Grand National participant. I don't know, Rouse High School. Somebody out there want to let us know in the comment section down below?
Rouse, like a lot of their LISD mates, it's hard to see them not coming away with a class championship or two if they make that trip up to Indy. So they're just consistently excellent.
Absolutely. Yeah, consistently excellent is the best way. I don't know if that's their probably excellence through something or
LASD leads.
Yeah, LISD leads. That's right. That is right. Do you have a favorite moment that you saw or heard at all this morning? I know you saw a lot of band, and if you can't, it's okay.
For me, I'm with my experience where I'm coming from. I love a great visual design, and I love a very exciting moment. It's hard to argue against Earth Song from Hendrickson. Sure. I had the pleasure of seeing the Crossmen do that back in 2012 at a show, and that one got me on my feet. I barely even knew who Michael Jackson was at that point. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And so being able to kind of relive that was really special. And then City Life, fantastic, Blue Coats 13, and you have the All My Life by the Staves, which incorporates a lot of 11, which was Blue Coats opener from 2023.
Right, yeah. No, that's fantastic. I was looking at our Slack, and it turns out we are live on Flow right now. Flow has got us
excellent.
in. I think they said our mic gain is a little hot. But I think it might, we did have a whole giant band that was there. So we'll have that fixed. We'll have that fixed for you after this segment. We'll get back into the machine to figure it out. But yeah, there was just so much great band happening today. And like we said, the weather, I mean, you couldn't ask for better. Maybe a little cooler, but this is like perfect band weather. The sun, the clouds, there's no clouds, but the breeze, like what do you think about this stadium? You've been to the stadium how many times now?
This is my third time at this stadium. I never performed here.
You never performed here as a member of the Boston Crusaders.
Yeah, we have, because they didn't have BOA Austin in 2015. We were up in Belton, so we were at Mary Hardin Baylor.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you've been covering this since we started doing this. It was just me, you, and Aaron. We had Kat Willer helping us, and
we did
Tivy.
have Kat. Yeah, absolutely.
Last year we had Neve. Shout out to Neve, who was here.
Neve's hanging around. Neve somewhere, and then we also had Kevin Valencia, who is
Kevin. That's right.
Who's up in New York right now.
Oh wow! All right. Shout out to the Yankees, the Dodgers. I don't know. I think the Dodgers and the Yankees. That's not the right
as a
term.
Tampa Bay Rays fan.
It's not the New York Dodgers.
I'm not going to acknowledge. I'm not going to acknowledge the Yankees in any respect. Sorry, Wes Sullivan.
Oh wow, Wes, that's fine. That's fine. We don't care about that one. Yeah, we've been lucky enough to do this for a few years now, and people are still getting ready to climb in. I guess they all left, and now the lunch break. We have another stacked group of bands, 2 blocks of bands. Then we have prelims results, a small break.
I mean, frankly, our front runners haven't even performed yet. Look at the Vanguard Vipers. I mean, when's the last time they lost a show? Was it?
It was
Rouse?
the BOA show last year, the first show when they lost, when they won Class 4A, but were second place to Rouse in finals. So it's been over a year, almost 2 years since they have not won a competition.
And I mean, with their director change, you never really know what to expect, but having a San Antonio and UIL champion director coming in, it's hard to think that they're going to, I don't even want to say drop off too much. I don't even know that they're going to drop off. I mean, Jarrett Lippman's has produced such an excellent program at CTJ.
Yep.
It's good to see some of these band directors that took a little time away from everything coming back into the fold.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And it brings a little bit of a different perspective, when you have someone that isn't born and bred in Leander ISD like Jeremy Spicer was, Mike Howard, Evan Van Doren, Katie Van Doren's a product of Cedar Park High School. And so you have this voice not from Leander or Austin, but San Antonio via New Jersey.
Absolutely.
So Jarrett brings a national style perspective, marching the Crossmen, working with the Cadets, now currently with the Boston Crusaders.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it will be interesting to see and hear how the Vandergrift Band has evolved and changed from what we've known to come and expect from them.
And from everything we've heard, their production this year is just ridiculously hard. And
yes.
It wouldn't be Vandergrift if we didn't completely expect them to execute it at a high level.
It is maybe, I mean, we've held up, at least down here in Texas, Pinstripes as the hardest musical book put on by a marching band in Texas, at least, if not the country. I think this could rival it, maybe surpass it, depending. We haven't even seen the rest of the show yet, right?
Absolutely.
So it may come out and they may say, hold my spit valve.
But I will say, on the subject of fantastic directors that have stepped out and stepping back in, let's talk about Mo and Gene Johnson real quick.
Who we're going to see a third band after we start back up.
Yeah, I mean, Joni Perez, Grand National Champion Director at the Woodlands. And let's go back to 2013 Grand Nationals.
2013,
fantastic show, finals top to bottom. And seeing her get back into the fold after a couple years consulting, I mean, everything's still going strong over at the Woodlands. It's such a consistent program. And now she's back with Mo and Gene, and I would be surprised if we didn't see them continue to grow. I mean, pretty new school, but already performing at a high level. Back in 2022, they just narrowly missed out on finals at Grand Nationals.
Oh, yes, yeah.
You may have your thoughts on that, but at the same time, we're definitely expecting that program to continue their growth and take that next step.
Yeah, for sure. And I know it seems like we're kind of just focusing on Austin area bands because that's kind of what we've had this first half of the show. But Mo and Gene is from a southern suburb, Kyle, Hayes, Buda area.
Yep.
But then we also get groups like Winston Churchill, Sandra Day O'Connor that come to us from San Antonio, Brandeis High School coming to us from San Antonio. But we have one group, Cypress Woods, coming all the way from Houston, North Houston, and then John B. Alexander, coming all the way from Laredo, Texas.
Absolutely.
So this is a statewide contest. People come from all over the state to compete, not only in this fantastic facility, but compete against some of the best bands in the country, not just in the state.
And they're getting some of the best feedback you're going to get at any of these shows. I mean, this is a BOA Grand National Finals caliber judging panel. Like, Richard Saucedo is on the field judging music. Like, come on. Where else at a non-BOA contest are you getting that?
That's one of the chief judges. I think the 3 chief judges for BOA, John Phillips, Nola Jones, and Richard Saucedo, are here judging your groups. And then you have some slouches like Jay Kennedy, Glenn
I won't
Fugit.
tell Jay.
Yeah, that's right.
Jay
Lee
you
Carlson.
said that.
Like you have an amazing panel of judges out here. And we struck him down, but for Wes, Glenn Fugit's on the field judging drums. He's in the mix. I think he's getting in those drums like we used to do back in the day. We won't call out anybody, but that's what we used to do. Chug it.
Back when I marched.
Back. Hey, I know it ruins the drill. Anyway, sorry, that's just I don't agree with Wes on a lot of things, but bring back on-field percussion judges.
Hey, and these programs are getting fantastic feedback that they're going to be able to use to take that next step on their journey to San Antonio for BOA, for UIL, or even over to Indy for Grand Nationals. So this is going to be a huge step in their progression.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be amazing. Now, we are providing not only show day coverage, but we are providing social media coverage for Flow Marching TMC. Talk a little bit about what we've got going on with Hattie out there, with Luke, who we introduced earlier, and cameraman Jerry, the most overqualified cameraman maybe.
Absolutely.
Here in the stadium.
So Luke is down on the field. He's getting some fantastic shots of each of the programs. That way we can get some of those uploaded and put out on via the TMC social media, so you can see pictures of these fantastic kids. And if you happen to download them, what can you do?
We're not selling them.
We're not selling them.
We are not the people to buy photos
Correct.
from. But we will be sharing them.
We will be sharing them, so you can. And Luke has been at quite a few different places in terms of the indoor world in WGI. So he is always doing fantastic shots.
Quality.
But speaking of WGI, Hattie, who has done work with WGI, her and Jerry, they are doing interviews with each of the program's drum majors. This is something we've been doing for the past couple of years. And what we're going to be doing this year is we're going to be sending out a select few, and then the Cedar Ridge and Texas Marching Crew is going to be sending out a few more as the weeks go on. So if you don't see your program's drum majors today, keep an eye out on the TMC page. That's going to come out at some point over the next few weeks leading up into the end of the marching season, or maybe even a little after. It will be posted, we promise. But we want to make sure you stay invested.
Yeah, absolutely. There's going to be some great coverage throughout the day on all the socials, Instagrams, the Facebooks, the YouTubes, of course, and then more stuff will be coming out later, because this will also help us post pictures when we talk about a certain band that was here.
Absolutely.
We'll post pictures and videos. So awesome. Well, I think this is a good amount of time that we've spent talking about this. We're going to talk about more later on after the preliminary awards, which should be about 4:30. We'll jump back in. We'll recap it. We have some more interviews with students and parents planned, so please check back for that.
Got some big names coming up, too.
We've got some big names. We might have a dad of a kid that may have been here earlier. I don't know. We'll see.
I wonder who that might be.
I don't know, but will anybody top the Leander band? I mean, they had the whole band here right at the gate.
I mean, that energy was just fantastic to see.
What we wanted here at Show Day. It's what we want. So if you happen to be here, show your pride. I mean, let's do it. And hey, like we were saying, if you see this and you're going, I wish this would happen at my band contest, reach out to us. Let us know. We'll talk about it. I promise. We work for cheap. I mean, we don't work for free, but we work for cheap.
As long as we have enough lead time, we can probably get something going.
Yep.
We are now booking our slots for next season. So.
Correct. As Matt said, he lives in Florida. Hattie is from Missouri. I live here. Luke is in Louisville. And Jerry, the most overqualified cameraman, is going to be in Idaho.
Iowa.
Oh, boy. Well, they have a regional in Iowa.
They do.
That's not
and
the
in
Kibbe
Idaho
Bowl.
as well.
The Kibbe Bowl. Kibbe Dome.
Yep.
Kibbles. Awesome. All right. Well, hey, thanks for stopping by and checking in here at Show Day. We will be back after prelims. Make sure that you are keeping track with Flow Marching, Texas Marching Classic, all those things. Like, subscribe, click that notification bell. And if you're here, buy some concessions, buy some merch, support the contest.
And come say hi. We're happy to come say hi. You might even end up with one of these cool t-shirts.
You might. You just might. So, all right. We'll catch you after prelims.
All right. Have a good one, y'all.
Still going. I have to gotta make sure the stream. Okay, good.
Aiden killed it. Aiden killed it.
Yeah. All right, and we're cut and we're done.